Or it's not a bad thing as well. Like I know they put Anton LaVey, is it, and the other one with the horned eyebrows. They kind of put them on TV quite a lot on MSN and things. Like they're trying to normalise it and make out like it's not as bad as what people like us say it is.
Yes, a lot of this, sadly, is also being targeted towards children to make Satanism look like some kind of friendly belief system that children can engage in safely,
Yeah.
and even try and pass it off as being virtuous, with Satanism increasingly trying to mainstream itself in the media and in society. All the more reason why we need to expose the truth, which is SRA. Because once you expose SRA, then people will see what the truth is about Satanism. Because without Satanism, there would be no Satanist ritual abuse. This is the belief system that drives SRA.
Yeah.
This is the belief system that makes SRA as horrific and unimaginably awful as it is. And people need to know the truth about that. Even though it's a hard truth and it's an ugly truth, it is still the truth. And people need to know about that so they can protect their children from these attempts in the media, in books, even in cartoons, to try and influence them towards Satanism, towards thinking that Satanism is child-friendly, towards thinking that it's even fun or interesting for them, because they are recruiting children. They are trying to recruit children. They are trying to corrupt children. They're trying to access children. For Satanists, it's always a high part of their agenda to get at children, one way or another, whether it's through corrupting them or abusing them, or in many cases, killing them in their ritual sacrifices. So if we're going to equip parents to protect their children better against these evils, we need to raise their awareness about this subject. And we can only do it by speaking frankly and openly about it.
Yeah, and making parents realise as well kind of what avenues they're getting into the child. I know from doing a lot of research about Disney, and you know, a lot of their movies has this kind of thing in and using the subliminal messaging, so that gets into the child's mind, and then they're growing up with this. You're being taken to Disneyland and things like that, and parents think that they're doing something loving for their child, or you know, like going to Disneyland or watching a family movie of Disney, and actually you're just playing right into the Satanist hands. And I think it's important to know kind of what things are being used as well to protect your children.
Yes, parents need to be more engaged with the sort of things that children are watching and spending their time looking at, reading. It's very easy to neglect that aspect of your child's behavior and just assume that whatever they're looking at is probably all right for the child and is not too dark or corrupting. But this is a big mistake, because the media is being increasingly influenced by the Satanists to become like a propaganda tool for them, to become a recruiting tool for Satanism.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Disney very rightly, because Disney is going even further into becoming a tool for Satanist propaganda, because they're going to be showing a series of children's stories where witchcraft is being portrayed as being something interesting for children, something attractive for children. And that is going to be the theme throughout this series. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, only because I don't want to give that series free publicity or viewers to it. But it says a lot about where Disney is coming from, that they would be showing this series, and the people who created this series have themselves openly admitted that they want to make witchcraft more friendly, appear more friendly for children
normal
through this program. So even the creators have admitted their intentions behind this series, but Disney is going to be the platform for it. And most people are just, doing nothing or don't even know. So we need to be researching this, observing this more carefully. What are our children being shown? What are our children being exposed to? We can't just leave that all to the state to do, especially not when the state itself is infiltrated. We as discerning parents have to be doing our homework, monitoring what are our children watching, what are they going to be seeing,